Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time out to
Of course.
for the
Yeah, of
interview.
course. Thank you for asking us to do this.
No problem. So Warp Tour, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we are so insanely excited for Warped Tour.
Awesome. I hope to see you there. I'm going to be in Ventura.
Hmm.
We the magazine that we are putting out, or it's our magazine. We do it monthly, but we are going to do a special issue for June. And that in that issue is trying to cover all the bands who were once on Warped Tour, as well as the bands that are going to play this year. And you guys are on the bill, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about it. How does the journey of Dullskin start?
Oh, well, this is Megan, by the way.
Hi, Megan.
When I was 17, I was a junior in high school, and the girls were young. Sydney was like 13 or 14, and everyone was just babies. We were all babies. And and there was a battle of the bands at my high school, and I gathered all the girls together from School of Rock. That's where I met everyone in Arizona. And so we competed in like the battle of the bands, and there was like 15 bands, and we came in first. And David Ellison from Megadeth was the guest judge. And that's where I met him. And then it played around for a year, and then David's like, I want to manage y'all. So he manages us. But yeah, it's been up from there.
Awesome. So you guys are 17 and 14. What year was this when you guys did the Battle of the Bands?
2013, I think. It might have been 2013 or 2014.
It was end of 2013 that we got together, but I think it was like within the first month or two of 2015 or 2014 that we competed.
Nice. And so you guys, how did you guys get in the Warped Tour fold?
Well, we'd been talking about trying to do Warped Tour forever, and we'd been trying, and David was trying to get us on Warped Tour and stuff like that, and
AP Magazine actually put out what was it, 7 bands under 21? I don't know. They put out one or two things that we were mentioned in, and it was kind of surrounding, I guess, the time Warped Tour, this lineup was, they
getting
started
together.
to put it together, yeah. I don't know, I guess our name was in the right place at the right time, more or less.
Yeah.
Nice. So, so you guys got together and at a young age, because there's a big, it's not a big age gap, but there's a lot of big things happening between 16 and 20, as far as the perception of your perception, our own personal perception of the world. Have you guys seen a lot of change in your music, lyric wise, or the way you write it, in that time frame?
Yeah. Well, so as the youngest person in the band, I personally have found myself growing a lot within like the music we've been writing and stuff. Like for the first album, I wrote the only lyrics I wrote, because Megan's the main lyric writer, but the only lyrics I ever wrote were like really sad. So, but now that I'm older, I've just turned 18, and it's like, I don't know, there's been definitely a switch in my head that has kind of helped me be more creative in terms of like writing about things that aren't sad. Like I feel like I've grown a lot in terms of like thinking about different things and stuff like that.
That was Sydney. This is Megan, by the way. I feel like from our first like full length, In Your Face Again, to Manic Pixie Dream Girl, there was just tremendous growth, with maturity, with like topics we were covering, and how we write our music and how things were sounding. I feel like it was just like astronomical growth, and especially in this new stuff we're writing, it really shows how much we've grown too, and how we take things more seriously than others, and it's really, I think it's kind of a cool thing how much we've grown.
Nice. Where do you guys draw inspiration from? Each of you guys, as individual artists, lyricists, writing your music instrumentally as well as lyrically.
Well, we're just gonna go on the circle. So first off, this is Megan. Mine, I really take from a band called Underoath. I take from a lot of classic punk bands as like the way that I play. This band called Refuse from Sweden. They're like a Swedish punk band. Amazing. Lyrically, I take a lot from Paramore. Yeah, those are my influences. I have a lot of just hard rock stuff.
Yeah, we listen to, as a band, this is Alex, by the way, we listen to so much music as a band. It's kind of crazy. We share a lot of influences, but definitely, the four of us have some individual tastes. Mm-hmm. What are mine? I don't know. Top favorites, anything Slash does is incredible. I don't know. I am inspired from everything from Guns N' Roses to jazz to, hardcore bands, I guess. I don't know. Personal favorites. Definitely NoFX, old school punk stuff, Avenged Sevenfold, Guns N' Roses, like I said. Yeah.
Nice.
This is Sydney. So recently I've been getting a lot of inspiration from like heavy bands, and just like, I don't know, I feel like more of my inspiration has been attitude wise and like how I want like the songs and lyrics to come across. Like I've been really inspired by this band called The Fever. Their message is very, I want to say politically charged, and they're really, aggressive about getting their point across. And like the singer Jason, he's really good about making sure you hear him, kind of thing, and it's just like a lot of like, I don't know, I'm letting go of fearing how other people will like see us or like interpret the messages we're trying to get across. I feel like I've been getting a lot of inspiration attitude-wise rather than musically even, it's I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place with music I listen to as well, so I kind of gather music inspiration from all over the map.
Nice.
This
Okay.
is Nicole.
I have you guys, your picture up real fast. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. I'm not trying to cut you off. All right. In all four of you guys have different color hair. I want to know, all right. We have a redhead. What is your name?
Megan.
Megan. Okay. And blue hair?
Alex.
Alex?
Yeah.
Green hair?
Sydney.
Sydney. And blonde.
Oh yeah, you were blonde. Oh yeah. She was blonde for a minute, but like a year or two ago. Yeah. Nicole.
Nicole. Okay. Okay. Go. I'm sorry. I think I interrupted Nicole.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just going to say I agree with Sydney that, like, a lot, I think, of our influence come from, like, attitude-wise as well. Just, like, I know we've all drawn a lot of influence from Bikini Kill from, like, the beginning of time. So that's, like, a band we definitely take a lot of attitude influence from. I know we all share Paramore influence, too. But, yeah.
And you guys are, like, this is a good influence for young women coming up, that, hey, we can do it as women. And I think that's awesome. It's I have a younger daughter, and I would, we need, more women bands or women in music, and especially rock. And
Yeah.
thank you guys. This is something very, very, influential on the society.
Yeah. We were trying our hardest.
What do you guys like? What are some of the things that you guys love? You guys stand for. Like, this is what I would want out of the world.
We feel very like strongly towards like there's the whole Me Too movement and like women being like just rubbed the wrong way, touched the wrong way, and just like it's we feel strongly about girls like really standing up for themselves and being vocal about what they think is wrong. We feel very passionately about that. That was Megan, by the way.
This is Sydney. I know most of us went to the March for Our Lives recently, we've been writing a lot of new music, and one of our new songs is kind of about gun violence and gun control and stuff. And so I think we're all very, you know, aware of everything that's been going on, especially because, you know, it's our generation that's making a difference, you know. And so, you know, we're all really paying attention to what's been going on around us, and we're really hoping to, you know, make a difference and be a part of the movements and stuff that have been happening. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a I have a radio show, and this is one of the topics that we just brought up a couple weeks back, and like I was thinking about that, like the guns and the violence in the schools. And the one thing the one conclusion I came down to is, like, it's our responsibility, like my responsibility, your responsibility, anybody who can breathe, that's whose responsibility it is, because there are so many people that are at school that are terrified to go to school. There's so many people at school who get bullied and picked on to no end. And it's one thing to, like, all right, I'm going to bust some guy's balls. And it's another thing to terrify somebody and back them into a corner. And when we
right.
And if we are not teaching our children, like, that isn't cool. When you see that, you need to stand up. That is your responsibility. And that's where we're failing. Because as parents, are we teaching that, or is it to the point where, like, nah, just let it go, you know, and mind your own business? In my opinion, with my kids, I have a boy and a girl. I'm not that old, and and they're you know, my daughter's 10, my son's 11, and I teach them, like, you know, when you see something like that, you have to stand up, because you might be the only hope that they have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think as a society, you know, I don't know, there's been quite a stretch of time where, I don't know, people have just chosen to stay silent rather than really do anything about anything. And I think it's kind of changing. It's turning around. You know, we're realizing where we've been slacking, and I think as a society we've, you know, especially the younger part of the society has been pushing the older part of society to really step up their game in, you know, fair treatment of everybody, and standing up if we see it not going that way. You know.
Yeah, dude.
Heck yeah. How does all right? You guys are young cats. You know, you're going on Warped Tour. There's been a little bit of, you know, a few years since high school. Like, how is your hometown reacting to the success you have?
We've gotten a lot of support.
Mm-hmm. We've had lots of overall positivity. This is Megan. And I feel like, you know, especially from our last show that we played, we opened for Powerman 5000, and there was a shocking amount of fans that we had. They were like, oh my goodness, like, you know, and we had just gotten back from Europe, and so we haven't really played here for a while, and we saw so many people come out, and it's I think it's awesome to have fans all over, like, the country and the world, but for me it means a lot when it's like there's a lot in your hometown. Like, that personally hits me very hard. I love it.
Yeah, when we played Warp last year, when we came to Phoenix, we got the amazing opportunity to play on the main stage. It was the first night of the day. You know, people had just gotten into the festival, but, like, we didn't care. You know, it was amazing. It was a huge opportunity. There was so many people that, like, you know, just walked right up to the stage, and they were all really excited, and it made me really excited. I cried, like, twice on stage. I cried a lot on that tour. Happy tears, of course, happy tears. But God, just playing in Phoenix and seeing so many people show up and having all that support from friends and family and people I didn't even know right here in our hometown, it was just, like, super overwhelming. And every time we get any sort of support from anyone here, it's just, like, you know, it's baffling because it's like, I've grown up here, you know, this is my home, and having so many people just being so supportive is absolutely, like, it's heartwarming. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. So, all right, what do you guys got going? Like, what is the plan? What is the honest to goodness plan? Like, what do you want? Like, the world's at your fingertips, and you can choose. Like, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, and where do you see your music going in the next, 5-10 years?
Well, the overall plan is world domination, right?
Kill it, get them.
But yeah, exactly. No, we basically, we all have a mutual goal of just inspiring the next generation and then inspiring, the current generations to, join us in creating the best environments that we can. We are hoping to inspire young girls and young musicians alike to, get involved in this music industry and involved in whatever they wish to get involved in. We hope to really inspire and, help as many people as we can, because there's way too many people on this planet that go ignored, and I think that we can use our platform to really help. But, I don't know. We just hope to take this thing as far as it can go, for as long as it can go, and we're going to do everything we can to make it last as long as we can,
Yeah. You guys are on tour, and you guys are in a different. All right, let me see. Let me reword this. I just wanted to say, be careful with dudes. I'm a guy.
Oh, yeah.
We are fucking brutal. We have no conscience, and just be careful of them. Because I've seen the opposite sex tear up bands in my town, and I've seen them tear up my radio show when we have people on here. So just please be careful with that, and remember, you guys are sisters. It's always you guys over anyone.
Yeah, no. What's actually awesome is we played a few shows a while ago around the Midwest with a band called Evil Engine, and their bassist Mike. Oh my God, sweetest people ever. And we spent a few days with these people, and they really taught us a lot about standing up for each other and looking out for each other. Buddy system is super important, and we ever since then we've lived by that. And he even taught us some tricks to disarm people that have knives. Yeah. In the middle of a diner at 2 a.m. I feel like that. We've learned a lot from experiencing, and a lot from just talking to other people who have experienced even more life than we have. But the good thing about the tour that we have coming up, Warped Tour, is that everyone looks out for each other. We're all there to have the best time possible, and whether it be someone on the tour or someone attending the tour, we're all really good at looking out for each other and making sure we all have the best experience possible, because everyone's already suffering because of the heat, and no one wants anyone to suffer in any other way.
I hate the heat. Do you guys reach out to Bad Cop when you guys are on tour? I mean, these are women who are in the game, who have went before you. Do you guys go to them and try to bend their ear a little bit about what to expect?
This is Megan. Last time we were on Warped, we were only there for 2 weeks roughly, and we played on the same stage as them, so we got to know them pretty well, and they are a bunch of sweet ladies. And they definitely know their way around, lots of the punk code and keeping everyone safe and just protecting us as all these girls, and they're really sweet.
Yeah, Stacey D. I had her on the show and in the magazine. I don't know, maybe 6-7 months ago, and she's so awesome.
I know.
She was super forthcoming about the battles that she's endured over the past few years, and she talked about her recovery, and now she's killing it. She spoke to us about all the people she's hurt and how she's hurt herself, and it was just awesome. It was awesome to have that interview.
Yeah, and the good thing about Bad Cop is they're playing these absolutely huge punk festivals. They just played that NoFX festival or something, with NoFX and Rancid. Okay, whatever. You guys are awesome. So cool yeah, we love them.
Yeah, they're super awesome. So, what is one of the questions I'm asking anybody that's willing to that wants to be a part of the magazine is, what are you going to miss about Warped Tour? One, and what has Warped Tour meant to you?
You could answer both of those questions with one word, just everything. I think Warped Tour for everybody has been not only an experience to see your favorite bands, but to learn about new bands and to, meet new people and just really feel like you're a part of a community, whether you're performing or attending. For those that are performing, it's just a big summer camp. It's a big traveling summer camp for a bunch of people that have the same passion, and that want to do the same thing. And it's really easy to get along with everybody. The catering's amazing.
Megan's gonna miss the catering.
Yeah, there's a lot. The only thing that I think nobody's gonna miss is sweating your butt off every single day for 2 months, 2.5 months, however freaking long it is. It's meant a lot to everybody. I think it's meant new friendships, new music, new experiences. It's been such an amazing part of the alternative music community, and it's amazing. I can't believe it's coming to a close, this chapter in music history.
We are so honored to be a part of it.
Yeah, I feel you. That's what this is for us. I grew up going to Warped Tours. That was such a huge part of my high school life, and therefore after, and to see it coming to an end is so sad to me. I know. I mean, Kevin's got something up his sleeve. He's just not saying. But it's so sad. But I'm so happy to be a part of the last one. We have a stage, the No Cover stage at this year's Warped Tour in Ventura, and I hope to see you guys there.
Yeah. Of course, yeah, no, it's, we're going to try to be a part of everything every single day, it's like we have to make the most of it this year,
Heck yeah. Every single minute you have to just squeeze it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Well, ladies, what else, do you guys have any important dates coming down the pipe?
It's just Warped Tour right now. We're really focused on making Warped Tour the best that it can be. We're working on some new music, but so we're going to go record at the beginning of this month, or beginning of next month. But, we're not quite sure where it's going to go after we finish recording it. But there is new things in the works. But right now, Warped Tour is the main big focus. We have other plans that we're trying to work out for, afterwards. But right now, that's just what we're trying to focus on.
All right. Well, remember our magazine, No Cover. We do pretty well out here in Southern California, and if you guys need some extra support with the album coming up, we would love to support you guys. I'm so about women who are strong and willing to go take the world by the balls.
Of course. Thank you.
Well, ladies, thank you guys so much for coming, or for giving me the time, and I hope to see you guys June 24th.
Of course, yeah. Thank you so much. We'll see you there.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.